Dear friends, today this lecture is about prepackaged insolvency resolution process. The first part of my discussion will be to explain you in a very simple manner what is this prepackaged insolvency regime. You all know that in 2016 Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code came into force. The entire focus of this IBC code is the creditors in control regime. That is, a private limited company or a public limited company or a partnership firm, limited liability, these are called as corporate debtors. We all know that they will be managed by their creators who are called as promoters and board of directors who take the decisions. Now, when a company, the object is very clear that if the company is going to die, the early symptoms we have to find and put efforts to revive the company. So, the insolvency code believes that if suppose a person is now, I make a claim, I gave money on a loan with interest and it is above 1 lakh rupees and I ask him to pay back and he is not paying back, then I can go under section 7 and file a case against him for initiation of corporate insolvency resolution process. Once the case is admitted, therefore immediately the board of directors gets suspended and the resolution professional will come into play, and the resolution professional will have to manage the company affairs as per the provisions of the code under the guidance of the committee of creditors, who have power to remove him at will. If only they have about 66% voting share, they can straight away call and remove that fellow. This is the regime. So here the creditors in control, management is done at the behest of the creditors, and the board of directors or the partners in case of LLP gets suspended. That's over. Earlier to that is debtor is in control, creditor is going on barking, going around the courts, getting nothing. And so they thought that we are not able to realize anything. Now they have come to the second regime. Now this is a prepackaged, is mainly for the MSME segment, micro companies, small and medium enterprises. There is a concept is there, you know friends, when Mr. Modi government came, he came out with a surgical strike on black money. He called it as that. But that surgical strike has broken the backbones of all the medium. Black money has not gone, but then the medium segment economy is hit badly. These MSME are the backbones because they provide employment to millions of people, families. And now that COVID came and ruined our economy, therefore the government realized that if you keep continuing with this sort of regime, already there is no demand, nobody is buying anything. They are suffering from the failure of the economy because of this COVID. So they wanted to bring this regime where this structure is little modified, that's all. The corporate debtor himself will decide that they are in trouble and they will decide to make an application. Normally, instead of the intermediary process is the corporate debtor himself passes a resolution, a special resolution in case of a company, and 3/4 of the partners in case of a partnership firm, they will authorization, that is the first step. Then they will go to the financial creditors, and here non-related financial creditors, unrelated financial creditors, the word is used, and that fellows will you will go with them with a resolution, and you go with them with a declaration that you are not defrauding anybody in this process, and then you will go with a base resolution plan. What exactly you want? You have realized the company is in trouble. You are not in a position to pay your creditors. Anytime you may collapse with the huge interest liability. So you are going to make a representation to the financial creditors, saying that if you go for liquidation, I will get nothing, or you may get this much. So give us time, and we will revive. That is called as a base resolution plan. But here the proposed resolution professional, who is always a pivotal person, will be selected, will be proposed by the corporate debtor, but then, or any 10% financial creditor holding 10% can do that, and the approval must be 66%. There is no change in the regime, because what are the decisions? At section 28, you have to take up to 66% voting share. What are the other decisions to be taken with the 51%? At any given point in time, it is in the control of the financial creditors. Then once this plan is ready, you just have to go to the adjudicating authority, and who is supposed to approve. Everything is time scheduled. This is, the original plan envisaged 330 days, but it is going by double, triple time, and the insolvency regime has failed miserably, because the objective of insolvency code is revival or resolution of a company. But what happened is 97% of the companies have gone in for liquidation. Millions have lost jobs. This is a wonderful legislation, friends. This is a wonderful economic legislation, but then badly managed by the IBBI and Ministry of Corporate Affairs. I have filed several suggestions I made to IBBI, because small corrections could have been made, and they have not bothered. They took it as offensive, and even Madras High Court directed them to consider. They said no, but later on, now Ministry of Corporate Affairs, in another petition, they have told that all suggestions we are implementing. Some of them already implemented, some may take some time. And then luckily I made representation to Parliamentary Standing Committee, which took up all suggestions, and they realized that this regime has failed, and they have now come out with this. But then the stages, first stage of realization recovery process was the SARFAESI Act and other SICA, all those things. They have found to be useless. Then they came with this IBC. Though IBC is a very good legislation that can bring in financial discipline, and it's doing wonders, it will do wonders in the future, bringing in financial discipline in the economic running of the enterprises. And now this is given only for MSMEs. And first part of my lecture is going to be analyze the entire system. That is, if you are a banker, if you are a lawyer, if you are an adjudicating authority, or if you are a resolution professional, in a simple terms, I try to explain what is the process. I have not gone into the sections, but the basic content. This is a code, friends. Insolvency bankruptcy code. Whenever there is a code, everything is there in that. So whenever act is implemented, there are two parts to the act. One is the ministerial part, another is discretionary part. The ministerial part only is there for adjudicating authority. There is no discretion. Now, after explaining you everything in short, I would like to analyze step by step that again from the viewpoint of all the stakeholders, whether this regime can work. If so, what are the things we have to do? This is not an exercise to find faults with the system. Yes, we will find faults with the system with suggestions. I have been making suggestions. I am really glad that the Parliamentary Standing Committee has come out with. I would request you all the friends to go through all my videos which I have been making for the last 3 years, and also I have filed several petitions which are all giving results, bearing fruits. So let's get into the next PowerPoint presentation with regard to the prepackaged insolvency resolution process.